We're told that to get what we want, we have to hustle, to grind, to work relentlessly. We learn that success is written in sweat and the sheer number of hours we pour into our goals. We're taught to push, to strive, and to fight against the current, believing that only through force can we possibly shape our own destiny. But what if that's all wrong? What if the real secret to achieving everything you've ever wanted isn't about doing more, but about doing nothing? What if I told you a 2,500-year-old principle could help you accomplish more just by letting go of control? This is the ancient art of Wu Wei, and it flips everything we think we know about success on its head. It's a philosophy that whispers a profound truth. The greatest wisdom isn't found in struggling, but in letting go. Section 1. The problem, the cult of effort. Let's be honest. For most of us, modern life feels like a hamster wheel that just keeps speeding up. We're buried under a mountain of tasks, constantly racing the clock, and fueled by caffeine and the fear of falling behind. We are deep in the age of hustle culture, where burnout is almost a badge of honor, and being busy has become a weirdly competitive sport. The message is loud and clear. If you aren't exhausted, you aren't working hard enough. If you aren't pushing your limits, you must not want it badly enough. So, we force ourselves to wake up earlier, stay later, and try to optimize every single second of our day. We try to control every outcome, plan every little detail, and strong-arm our way to success. And yet, after all that effort, many of us feel more stressed, anxious, and unfulfilled than ever. We find ourselves stuck, pushing against a door that was always meant to be pulled. This is the paradox of using brute force. The harder we push, the more resistance we create. We burn all our energy fighting battles that can't be won by force alone, and we start to lose touch with our own intuition. This constant striving creates a tension in our minds and our bodies, making us less creative, less present, and in the end, less effective. The cult of effort promises everything, but often leaves us with nothing but burnout. Section 2. The Ancient Solution, a 2,500-year-old secret. But what if there's another way? A path that's 2,500 years old? To find it, we have to travel back to ancient China during a time of great chaos and upheaval. This is where we meet a mysterious figure known as Lao Tzu, a name that simply means old master. Legend says Lao Tzu was a keeper of records at the royal court. Day after day, he watched the corruption of powerful people trying to force their will on the world and saw how futile it was. Disgusted with it all, he decided to leave civilization behind, riding on a water buffalo toward the vast, unknown wilderness. As he reached the border, a gatekeeper named Yin Shi recognized that he was a great sage. He begged Lao Tzu to write down his wisdom before he vanished forever. Lao Tzu agreed, and in a short burst of inspiration, wrote a text of just 5,000 characters, the Tao Te Ching, or the Book of the Way and its Virtue. After handing it to the guard, he rode off, never to be seen again. At the very heart of this profound text is a concept called Wu Wei. It's often translated as non-action or doing nothing, but that's a bit misleading. Wu Wei isn't about being lazy or passive. Think of it more as effortless action or spontaneous right action. It is the art of acting in perfect harmony with the natural flow of life, achieving incredible things by simply ceasing to struggle against it. The Tao Te Ching puts it this way: the Tao never acts, yet nothing is left undone. This is the paradox of Wu Wei. By not forcing, you achieve everything. By not striving, you arrive. Section 3. Understanding Wu Wei, the watercourse way. So what does effortless action actually look like? The most famous metaphor in Taoism is water. Picture a river flowing down a mountain. The river doesn't struggle. It doesn't fight the landscape. It just flows. When it comes across a rock, it doesn't try to smash it. It flows right around it. When it reaches a valley, it fills it. Water is soft and adaptable, yet it has the power to carve through the hardest stone over time. The Tao Te Ching says, "That which offers no resistance overcomes the hardest substances. That which has no substance can enter where there is no space." This is the core of Wu Wei. It's having the wisdom to know when to act and when to let things unfold on their own. It's the difference between rowing a boat and sailing one. The rower uses brute force, fighting the water with every single stroke. But the sailor uses a force that is infinitely more powerful than their own muscles. The wind. They don't control the wind, but they adjust their sails to harness its power. That is Wu Wei. It's that feeling of being in the zone, which we've all experienced at some point. It's the musician who gets lost in a melody, the athlete who performs with instinctive grace, or the artist who creates without even thinking. In those moments, action feels effortless. There's no struggle, just a perfect, harmonious flow. You aren't forcing the action. The action is flowing through you. This state isn't just for masters and artists. It's a natural ability we've simply forgotten how to access. Section 4. Wu Wei in practice. From philosophy to daily life. This all sounds nice and poetic, but how can we actually use this ancient wisdom in our frantic modern lives? Wu Wei isn't about ditching your goals. It's about changing how you approach them. First, let's talk about work. Imagine you're stuck on a tough problem. The hustle approach tells you to chain yourself to your desk and force your brain to find an answer. The Wu Wei approach is to work with focus for a while, but if you hit a wall, you step away. Go for a walk, listen to music, do something completely different. This isn't laziness. It's knowing when to surrender. By giving your conscious mind a break, you allow your subconscious to take over. And often, the solution will pop into your head the moment you stop striving for it. Next, think about your relationships. We so often try to control how people see us, or try to force a connection. We overthink our texts, we plan out conversations, and we try to manage the outcome. Wu Wei in relationships is about letting go of that control. It's about listening more than you speak, responding authentically in the moment instead of from a script, and allowing connections to unfold naturally without any pressure. It even applies to learning something new. The Taoist text, the Zhuangzi, tells the story of a master butcher named Cook Ting, who could carve up an ox for years without ever needing to sharpen his knife. He explained that he didn't hack away at the bones. Instead, his blade followed the natural lines and empty spaces within the ox. He wasn't forcing his will. He was flowing with its natural structure. This is Wu Wei. It's practicing a skill until it's so deep inside you that you don't have to think about it anymore. The action becomes instinctive, effortless, and perfectly in tune with the task. The key to practicing Wu Wei is to cultivate mindfulness and presence. Pay attention to the natural rhythms of your own energy. Act when you feel a natural pull to do so, and rest when you feel tired. Notice when you're forcing something, and have the wisdom to just pause. This shift from forcing to flowing is a profound journey, one that can radically transform your life from a state of constant struggle to one of genuine ease and effectiveness. If you're ready to explore more ancient wisdom for modern problems, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Letting go of the oars. In the end, the 2,500-year-old secret of Wu Wei is a powerful reminder that we don't have to live in a state of constant battle. We've been taught to grip the oars of life and row with all our might, thinking we're in complete control. Wu Wei teaches us to let go of the oars, to raise the sail, and to trust the current of the river. It's not about giving up or becoming passive. It's about intelligent, responsive, and harmonious action. It's about realizing that the greatest power isn't found in resistance, but in adaptability. As Lao Tzu wrote, "The supreme good is like water, which nourishes all things without trying to." So the next time you feel overwhelmed, the next time you find yourself trying to force an outcome, just take a breath, step back, remember the wisdom of water, let go of the struggle, and just flow. You might be amazed at what you can accomplish by doing nothing at all.